This is a video for KASHMIR for Frank. No, not Frank. For Guy. Sorry, Guy. Alright, in KASHMIR, essentially it's the whole verse section, the whole main part of the song really is just this. Okay? Now, what happens is you get... I'm confident there's a delay on the bass drum to give it like it gets it real heavy like a... You know what I mean? But when you see live versions of Zeppelin playing KASHMIR, which are all over the internet, when you hear like Nebworth and stuff, you'll really hear Bonham just the whole time just going... Although it's possible in the recording and it's possible live, he would throw in an occasional. And it's important there if you do physically throw in a second note on that bass drum. From where I'm sitting, the notes have to be a little closer than proper time, so it's not like. Like the effect is, I think that the boom of the bass drum is supposed to be so big that it's like like a big iron ball like landing on a big wooden floor, being like bah, like a little bounce. Like it's so frickin' big that's like la. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's intended to be a. You know what I mean? It's supposed to just give it a big ass sound. You know. Anyway, you can play it that way. I'm not good at doing it because I'll just completely just double the beat up. When I played in it, there's a Chicago area Zeppelin band I played in called KASHMIR. Good band. Frank Livingston, he's the man. He puts on a good show and he busts his ass to do it. But in any case, I would every so often, just because we don't have any effects when you're playing live, you have a little reverb on everything, but no delay or anything. So every so often I would throw in a just to beef it up a little. But I really do think it's an effect in the studio. Anyway. Where Bonham's like, when he goes into that bridge where he's going, well, actually I think when he plays it in the studio, and he might even do it live, I think he does it on the snare. So they add like a beat. They add like I think an eighth note in there. You know the part. If you're familiar enough with KASHMIR, it's in the first 2 minutes of the song, I think, or 3 minutes. I would go. I would do it with like his, which is one of his patented. Bonham was always good at. He loved the. All over the joint, and Wanton Song, and he do it in straight fours. He do it in a swing feel. Which is actually, even though it's 4/4. But anyway, I would do it this way. It sounded cooler. It might sound like shite right now, but anyway, once we get into that point, then Bonham plays more or less a pattern of. Lazy, and then followed the other time. So you sort of alternate those. So and then again, like, you know, when you do those fills at the outro, like you have that phase or flanger going on the snare. You know what I mean? So you'd have the flanger run in there, so it'd be like, make that cool effect. But then live, I think he'd put in, you know, those are you know, triplets. Sometimes he'd put in actual 16ths. Or even 30 seconds, you know, he'd be like. And my singles aren't the best, but you know, just to, you know, I think live, you know, even in the recording, it sounds great with the flange on there. You know, live, after a while, he's probably just like. It might get a little boring. It might not sound so good, or bottom just doesn't look like he's doing anything. So he'd be like. Sometimes I know he'd be like. I'm not really. You know, he might do the patent. The other bottom thing was to do the 16th note where he'd be like. Bottom after all. But anyway, so that's on the outro, so we'd throw in a lot of that stuff, and as I put in the other video, it'd be like, you know, like a lot of standard, like. But again, in the song, there's also a really cool part toward the end of the bridge, the second bridge that happens, where, you know, bottom does the, or Robert Plant goes. You know, like that main, it's like right before back end, I think, to the third verse, where he holds that note out. So it's like. And then he goes, That's a really cool effect. That little teeny thing means a lot in that song. It's pretty, but he's just. So he goes, so it's like I mean, I guess I could just chart it right. But anyway, so that's what he does. And the key, you know, you just keep the hat going through there. You can just keep practicing it. Drops it right in there, like, and it sounds awesome. So that's pretty much the song. I can't really think of any other. You know, the key to that song, though, is really playing is dragging. I mean, bottom drag. You really got to play behind the beat in that. I'm not a really good play behind the beat guy. I play like right on top of it. So you hear sometimes when I'm demonstrating this stuff, especially like in Kashmir, my bass drum will be a little rushed. I mean, if I sit and think about it for a while, or, you know, if you spend a little you get back into the mode of dragging it. But, you know, I'm more of a Stuart Copeland-y kind of on top of the beat guy normally when I play. But anyway, so, you know, like when you practice it, you want to, you know, when you do play it, it's really got to be like. But, you know, and then when you get to the, like, you want to be like, you don't want to be like, I mean, like, especially the second one after the snare. my tendency would be to be more like just kind of speed those second ones up a little bit. You can't. I mean, the way Bonham actually played it is like. It's got to be like. I mean, it's got to be just. It's lazy. It's like you know, let's take 7 barbiturates and run in and do a Kashmir take. You know, I mean, that's how so it has that real laid back feel about it, which is very important. Also, too, my opinion, I'm going to start making other videos on certain cool things about Zeppelin, like pictures and stuff I've seen. But, I think that those guys did, I don't know if they did it with KASHMIR, but Bonham, or Jimmy Page was a big slow down, speed up the tape guy. Like, if you hear, like, Houses of the Holy, if you listen to, like, Celebration Day and Song Remains the Same, I mean, when they mixed that, I mean, they sped that tape up. I mean, Bonham, or Plant sounds like a frickin' Muppet and a lot of that stuff. I mean, it's it's sped up. I mean, he had a great voice that I know people say he lost that, but that stuff is sped up. But you can do a lot of things. You can slow the song down, and then have Robert Plant sing regular, and then you speed it back to the regular speed. So when he's singing it, the guitar and everything sounds a little more in the drum. But the Robert Plant would sing normal. I'm going to come back to the regular speed where things sound normal and tight. Robert Plant's voice would be a little more, would just have a cool effect. Well, I'm not that big effect of the speed up. But what I'm getting at with KASHMIR and some other stuff is I think they used to slow stuff down, I think. Especially when you listen to No Quarter, the studio version. I think that it's like, what they did was they tracked it. Robert Plant was probably saying a scratch or whatever. Actually, his voice to me actually sounds slowed down too. But, sometimes I think you can go and you play the song, and you go in and you slow it down. I mean, it's nothing to do, especially now. But and then Robert Plant would sing normal over it. So then the drums would have more of a fatter sound to them. You know what I mean? But yeah, there was a lot of that going on. I'm just trying in the closing seconds here to think if there's anything else in KASHMIR. I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, any other specific things, let me know. Guy, I hope this works out, Guy. I hope this answers your question.